when they catch someone alone. Alone, you are easy to victimize. Alone, it's their word versus yours, and it's a matter of who they can discredit. That's why it's important to record and save evidence. I don't want to take your word for it, especially when your word changed from what it was 6 months ago. No, I don't believe you. Sorry. Obviously, I am going in the direction of my vehicle. I guess they put a 24-hour, well, I was told at the park and ride it's a 72-hour tag. So, I don't know if it's true or not. That's one of those things I'm basically just taking somebody's word on. I mean, where would you even look that up? Anyway, when you're alone, even police know that they don't have to do their jobs. They know that it's going to cost you an arm and a leg and money for a lawyer you don't have to get that body camera evidence. So when they tell you it's being recorded and they want to show you their body camera, that don't mean shit. They commonly break it or forget to turn it on. Sleight of hand, as Marcia Estrada called it. Nobody is going to take this seriously unless someone looks at the evidence and makes the calls with me. Law enforcement is not going to take it seriously unless someone looks at the evidence and turns it in with me. None of these mandated reporters are going to do their jobs unless there's someone who actually cares about me that'll make a big stink if they don't. We know the courts don't work. We know that just because somebody talks nice don't mean that they have your best interests at heart. Doug Cowden, he was a smiler. He was a smiling, happy-go-lucky sumbitch. He still ripped off myself and a lot of people I know. There's a reason people are afraid to go to the cops. There's a reason that I kept going to my friends to try to get help, especially after situations with the cops and especially after situations where I was assaulted. Of course, it didn't matter. It was always, oh, you just need to man up. Oh, you just need to let it go. That's why the predators get away. That's why they get to do it to somebody else on another day. Protected the predators by not speaking up. And then you want to act like I'm a villain because I recorded your words. The things that you should have spoken out about from the beginning. But of course, you can see all these people's motivation for not coming forward. It would mean admitting they made a mistake. Something so simple. They made a bad assumption and made bad decisions based on a bad assumption. Now you told them the truth and you tried to show them the truth, but if they're not willing to look at the evidence, well, they get to just play along like they didn't do nothing wrong. In this situation, it is against the law for them to turn me away when I try to turn in my predators. The fact that it is well documented and it is all over YouTube and all over Facebook as well as in real life. Stuff that is very easy for people to see. Was I allowed to go to court against Leslie Snell the first time? No, I wasn't. How about the second time? No, I wasn't. Was I allowed to share evidence or show evidence? No, I wasn't. Was I threatened, harassed, or intimidated? Was my help threatened, harassed, or intimidated? Yes, absolutely. The cops have been circling my house for over a week. Well over a week. Trying to pretend like I'm some sort of a bad person. After Scott DaCosta assaulted me, I never should have had to go back to his department. That assault was because I was trying to turn him in over crimes he'd been committing, going all the way back to 2018. Why didn't the Nebraska State Patrol do their jobs? Why did they try to do everything they could to threaten, harass, and intimidate me instead of doing their jobs? Why did they go out of their way to talk over me repeatedly and make excuses for the crimes against me without even hearing the crimes committed? Why did they talk over me? Why did they turn off the evidence and refuse to look at it? Repeatedly. See, all these people broke the law in doing what they did. They did so knowingly. They did so willingly. And they did so against their better judgment or the practice of their professions. They did not operate within the limits of the law. They chose to adjust the law as they saw fit. Calling me mentally ill does not make me any less of a victim. Matter of fact, it makes me more of a victim and more at risk, because it makes it so that nobody's going to listen to me. I have to deal with assumptions. Before I can get past people's assumptions, I got to get them to look at evidence. None of these people are going to do their jobs unless there is a civilian who cares to step in. Say, this is wrong, and I am actually going to fight for your rights. I am actually going to help you to get the evidence to where it needs to go. I am actually going to help you with the paperwork. I am actually going to help you with the technical skills that you do not have. Instead of, hey Sean, if you come here, I will, and I get there, it uses up all my resources, and then I'm broke. My autism advocate has helped me out with a lot of things that I couldn't do for myself. But she needed to write that down in police reports. She needed to take it seriously. Kibra Hatay is dead because people didn't take me seriously. Natalie Bollinger is dead because people didn't take me seriously. Benjamin Harvey is dead because people didn't take me seriously. And I already predicted what was going to happen to fucking Christine. Anybody with half a brain knew that as soon as she had a place, she was going to overdose. I'm surprised it took her as long as it did. Now, when I'm alone, that's when I'm most likely to be approached by police. This is one of their tactics as well. Try to catch you alone. That way, it's your word versus theirs. If there's anyone trying to help you, separate those people from actually being there to help you. Separate you from your resources, separate you from the evidence, and do all in their power to prevent you from turning them in. Over and over again, nationwide, and I gotta try to do this while people who promised they were gonna help me, like Shannon Alvarado, can't, because she's too busy getting drunk. People like Brett Roloff can't, because he's too busy rooting around in his own fecal matter trying to find a bag of meth. You guys got any idea how scary those events are for me? With those people being volatile because of their chemicals? There's a reason my predators try to use that to discredit me. The problem is, we've got known drug dealers who admit to dealing drugs on my YouTube channel in conversations with me, admitting that I don't do drugs. These missing people are actually missing. The people who are dead are actually dead. The people I actually recorded are actually recorded. The stuff I say is on YouTube. Despite those people doing everything in their power to try to destroy their own voices. How strange is that? If they're being honest, they shouldn't want their voices destroyed. So did they mislead me? Did they lie to me? Oh. All right, I got a little bit extra sweat, a little bit extra itchiness. Comes along with not having a place to shower. It's not that I ain't been looking, it's there ain't no place. Alright, I'm gonna go sit in my vehicle now that I'm by myself. This is probably any time between now and midnight. This is probably when they'll show up, if they show up. Thank goodness them youngins were able to get out of this parking lot. You know, they've been here long enough and they were getting stir crazy and ready to leave. I'm glad I was able to help them, although they got the battery on their own. I'm gonna probably ask a few people in the parking lot if I can get a jump. So y'all be safe, stay out of trouble or don't get caught, and remember, you are your brother's keeper.